Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel, man. Good to be back guys with another video, obviously on conversion. This time we're converting a placeable hall from FS19 to FS22, and I thought I'll bring you along for the ride to see how to convert a mod, well, any mod from FS19 to FS22. I won't really stress the any so much because every mod is different and requires different set of understanding and how it works and that type of stuff, but in this case it's just a hall. In other words, it's just a shed with some lights and garage doors and all that. And now we've done this before, but I haven't done a full one like from start to end, so I thought I'll bring you along for the whole process, and then we can together learn and see what happens and test and whatever, so a warm welcome to you. If this is the first time that you are on my channel, please do pause and just hit subscribe right now. That do help my channel grow. I really appreciate that. And if you do like my content, obviously do give a like. It does help the channel a little bit with algorithms and I don't know what other stuff in the background, so all good. Great, man. So there's a Volvo haul, the FS19 placeable Volvo haul, which we're going to have a look at on modland.net. I see where I've downloaded it from. It's for a friend that asked me to convert it for him. So yes, obviously this is not for production or for public use. It's just for someone that asked me to convert it for him, so I'm doing this for him, and here we go. That's why the video is there, to show everyone how to do it as well, so if the process is not too difficult, then you can definitely attempt it. Good stuff, man. Right, so let's get stuck in immediately. The FS19 placeable, I'm going to just unzip it. I think I've already done it, and there it is. I think just to get this into a separate folder will be good. It is haul. I'm just going to call it haul for now, and then just grab both of those and drop it in there. Then we'll have a separate thing on my list to do. Good. So unzip it, and then we start by just opening it up first in Giants Editor. Now there's two ways to do it. If you do a map, obviously it's a different process, because a map actually is also a mod. So it's all the same thing, The mod is a mod description file, and it just tells you what the mod is about. And then you've got the XML that runs all the intricate parts of the actual mod. Because in the XML, everything that moves and everything that's got triggers and everything that has got nodes to connect to gets defined, so that the XML and the i3D work together. So the XML defines the i3D, and the i3D gets set up and adjusted in the editor. So that's basically the overview of how the whole mod works. Good. So what we do, in this case, I've already tried converting it using the Giants Editor converter, and it doesn't work. How to do that? Very simple. You just open Giants Editor on its own. Let me just get to that. Here it is. I'm on 906, version 906, so it doesn't really matter which version you are on, but it's all the same process. I always have my console up and ready to see what it says. So we're going to go open mod, and then you're going to go to the unzipped version. So I'm going to go to my work to do folder now in haul, and there's the unzipped version, and you're going to click open, and it's going to extract it to a directory. Now we've already got that, so I'm just going to click OK, so it will overwrite the whole thing. Doesn't really matter, and that's as far as it gets. So in other words, there's nothing to convert. If there was something to convert, it will convert it for you, and it will give you a little report and everything, and it will open the mod and place it here in the editor. That's what normally happens, but in this case it doesn't work, so there's nothing to convert. So which tells me that we just need to go back here and then manually open it. Although it is still an FS19 mod, we can actually open it now in FS22 or editor 9 for FS22 rather. Okay, so here we go. So we go 906, manually open the i3D now to see what errors we get and how it looks. So that we'll get now in a second, and there you go. We are inside the mod, and first things first, you can see this a lot of shader problems. So that is our thing now, is to find all the shaders and reroute them back to FS22 and then try again. Now the last warning here is always shape files. You'll always get that when you open a FS19 item with FS22. It will tell you it's an old shapefile. Now, the moment you save the mod, it will replace that shapefile and the error will be gone. So don't stress or worry about that. It's the last thing that you're going to do, is to just save it. So at this case, I'm not going to save because I don't want to update any links or whatever. I'm going to manually do that in the R3D. I find that is the easiest. Sort out the problems from the start, don't save. So what we're going to do is on the i3D, right click and then edit with Notepad++. And now we're going to find all the shaders. Now normally they are right at the bottom, and there they are. And we're going to check. Now these you'll find they are all in the mod itself. So if it was in-game one, it would have a dollar data in front. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to check each one of them, compare it to FS22 and see if they exist. There's two shader directories in FS22, so I just want to go and see. So we've got this one, which is there, and we've got this one. So let's use this screen. Go into FS22. There's your data folder, and then shaders is the FS22 shaders, and then you've got the FS19 support folder, who also have the shaders for, that is how can I say, it's shaders that's not really compatible with FS22, but they've made a version of it that will sort of host it, have it working in FS22. So it's always best to go for the actual FS22 shaders if they are available. All right, so here we go. So let's first look at the first one. It's called a dashboard light shader. So let's go in there. Sorry, it's this one here. And see if we can find a dashboard light shader. Now, for this, it's just a hole. It's not really important. So if I go to the shared or the support folder, it doesn't really matter, So we're going to find, I can already see there's no dashboard light shader here. So we're going to go to the support folder and check here. I think I must make two tabs here, open. So let's put this one in FS19, the shaders for FS22, and then this one we go FS22 data and then support. So now we have the two shader folders, so we can easily check them both. Yes, there it is. So we're going to root this in the XML. So we're going to go $ data FS19 support, like so, shaders with an S, and dashboard light shader. It's actually, I always tell the guys, I haven't done it in this thing, but it's always best to just copy the path. Yeah, so you click here on top and you just go data, copy from the FS22, the last or the first directory after FS22, just copy that whole thing, Control C like this, and then come back this way and overwrite everything from the dollar, obviously, up to there. Control V for Victor, and then just change the slashes. Remember to change the slashes, guys. If you don't change it, you're going to have a shader that's not working and you're going to have an error. So do check that. All right, the next one, decal shader. I think there is a decal shader in FS22. So let's just first check there. Decal shader, yes. So we'll reroute that to the normal dollar data shaders. So what we do is copy that, Control C, drop it in here like that, Control V, and then just remove the FS19 support part. So I'm lazy like that, it sorts out typo errors. You will not understand when I say typo errors, guys. I've spent hours and hours searching for a problem just to find that there was a space, like there, just a space somewhere in either the i3D or an XML, and just that space causes an error. You can't believe it. It is crazy, guys, how a typo can mess you around. So copy paste, it's always the easiest and best, All right, so these are decal shaders, and then we're going to go shader default normal. Now this is also in FS22, your default colors are part of the shared folders in FS22. So what we're going to do is find default normal. It should be easy to get. I'm going to open a new tab, FS22 data. This FS22, by the way, when I click here on FS22 on my quick shortcuts, or what you call this, favorites, this FS22 is my game installation directory. This one here is my mods folder, in other words, or the documents folder. So if I go here, this is where my save games is, my mods folders are there. I've got a few mods folders where I store temporary stuff in, and then I move them into my actual mods folder, you know, to test and whatever. Let's get back to the job in hand. So we go data, and then we're going to go maps, and then there's a thing called textures, and then shared. So it should be in here, default normal, so we can find it here. Default normal, you see, there it is. So we found it, so we're going to go click here on top and just grab, once again, same drill, copy the last bit after your FS22, Control C, come back here, overwrite everything up to there, Control V, and do remember the dollar, guys, very important. The dollar needs to be there, and the slashes. Right, and there you are. Now the next thing, the flag shader. Now flag shader, I've seen with FS19 flags that the flag shader gives you some weird errors, but we're going to try this and see. If you take a flag from FS19, I haven't found it to work. It's actually much easier to just jippo it, but let's first give it a try and see if it actually does work. So let's go find that flag shaders. There should be a flag shader. There's one there. I just want to check if there's a support one. Flag shader. I don't see anything here. Good. So we're going to go here for this one. So I can just copy that flag shader in there. So we'll just test it for now. So we'll grab that one, Control C, and then grab this and drop it in there. Right. Vehicle shader, same drill with that. Let's have a look. It is a vehicle shader, so let's try that. Now, when you do this in FS22, sometimes the FS22 one works. There is a vehicle shader, and I suppose there's a shader for the support as well. You see, so if the FS22 one gives you errors, jump back to the FS19 one first before you start fiddling around and try and solve problems, you know. So we're first going to try the FS2 one. It's the FS22. It's the one that we want. But if we can't get it to work, then we'll jump back to that one, which should work. Vertex paint shader. Let's have a look at that. Vertex paint shader. Yes, there is one. So same drill there. We can just give it an FS22 version for now. And then shader, wind shader. There must be an FS22 wind shader. So let's just have a look. Nope, there isn't. All right, so back into this one. There is a wind shader there. All right, so we're going to grab support one. So actually there's only two that we got from FS19 support. Good. Right, so now save the i3D just like that, and we're going to now just first test our shaders to see what changes needs to be done, or if shaders doesn't work, do we have problems, what. So let's have a look. All right, you see the flag? Remember I told you about the vertex attributes and all kinds of stuff? Well guys, sorry man, I had a quick run to the gate. We had someone at the gate, so yeah, I had to sort that out. Anyways, as I was saying, the flag shader definitely gives issues, so we might have to do something about the flags. So, but first, let's just have a look on the flag shader itself. So I'm not going to save once again, just leave it like it is, and then have a look at our XML, at our flag shader. So we are on the FS22 one, So let's just see if there is a flag shader for FS19. I really can't remember all these things, guys. Yeah, there's no FS19 flag shader by the looks of it for support. This is the support, yes. Just make sure I'm in the right thing. Yeah, I don't see a flag shader. Now, what I normally do in this case is I just import FS22 flags, you know, instead of trying to figure out what the problem is and you know. Now, normally, just to give you an idea, let's go back there to our, sorry, it's the wrong one. Open this up again. Just check that error. It's talks something about the vertices or something. I can't remember now what the error was, but just have a look. It says the add flag diodes doesn't have all required vertex attributes for material add flag. So it just means that the material is not set up correctly for the shader. So what we can do, just for interest's sake, is close up again and now just open the original. Let's go back to Hall. And what I want to do is open this one, sorry, not here. Right click on this, open with WinRAR, extract files. I want to go into a different directory. Just call it another one, temp, like so. Okay, so we have a distinguishable one. So now we know this one is the one we haven't fixed yet. So what I'm going to do is just rename this now for FS22 so that I don't get confused. All right, so there you go. So open this one. Did it now rename it? Yes, it did. Yeah, all right. I was just went by so fast I couldn't see. So open this one in 822. In version 8.2, which is FS19, the original. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find that diodes flag or whatever it's called. Flag. I don't see it here. Suppose the best will be just to see the flag. It's probably outside. There it is. And just click on it, you know. Click on the flag. There it is. Add flag. Now the material was add flag Amazon, and that I think the one we were looking for was add flag diodes. Now that's the material. Add flag 1. Texture and add flag. I'll go make sure we've got the right thing here. Is there another one? There's only this one flag on this whole thing. And I'm pretty sure the error was definitely talking about diodes or something, or diodes. So let's open this one again in 906 and just check that error out. It must be that material, guys. It must be that material. It says add flag diodes, add flag 2, error add flag 2. So we are looking for add flag diodes and add flag 2. So I wonder if I should copy this, Control C, and then go back into the FS19. I can't search in FS19. Unfortunately, they didn't introduce the search yet, you know. So oh my word, I wonder if it maybe is that logo. Could it be this logo on the sign? Schult. That's a sign. Billboard default. Okay, so we've got billboards here, nothing with flags. I wonder if maybe we should just search for it here in this one, and then we can see. So I'm going to go add flag and see if I can find anything. There's add flag 2. All right, so add flag 2. Just going to get this thing a bit smaller. Mind you, I can just close it now. Add flag material. Add flag 2. That's definitely probably the right one. I'm not too sure, because it did say Deutsch on there. Not too sure if this is the right one, but let's have a look. If we can have a look at the material, that's what we want to get to. Just open this a little bit. so we can view the materials here, if there is any. Alright, so this shader is the flag shader, definitely. Sorry, we are now in Fane at flag 2. Alright, so let's go back to the actual original, and then we find that Fane. There it is, add flag 2. So there is only the one set of flags, so I don't know where it gets the deuts from, or the deuts from. So I suppose it will come out in the next few steps. All right, so what we're going to have a look here in FS19's editor, yeah, we are in the right thing, is have a look at the shader here. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, and see if there's any materials here at the bottom. There's nothing, there's no variation of the shader or anything. It's just the shader itself, so there's nothing we can really change on the FS22 side. So normally what you'll do is you'll check your shader, check the variation, and then check at the bottom here for the different textures, because there will be custom textures here, about 3, 4, sometimes 5 of them sitting here, which you have to then route back in your FS22 one. But in this case, it's just a shader and one texture, add flag 2 diffuse. So yeah, there's nothing much we can sort of figure out on this. Like I say, I'll just replace them with a different flag from FS22 and work from there, you know. So that's going to be the easiest workaround. So for now, we are totally happy with what we have, and I can now just save my mod in FS22 like this, save it up, and once it's ready I can close it up and then just reopen it, so it will scramble our i3D correctly and does all its little neat tricks in there. Oh my word, I did open it to 906, sorry. So window, console, just check this out. So we still got our add flag error. All right, and that's why we don't see the flags, guys. The flags will be there if you go to that Fane. The flag is there, but it is just not visible because of the shader. All right, now I've been wanting to try finding different shaders, because what happens is the flag shader obviously now is already transported to FS22, but it doesn't work in this case. So but there's a lot of shaders on the FS19 support that you can actually just, there's a version of the FS22 that is working, that is sort of better than the FS19 support one, but I don't have a list of those things. I'm still working on a list, or trying to find a list, or trying to compile a list for us to help us out with that process, you know, because there is a way to get around some of these shader problems. But in this case, we're just going to make a note of all the Fanes, the flags, and then we're going to replace them with FS22 versions. Now, in order to do that, let's just quickly have a look at our prefabs, and then we just see if there's any flag in here. I don't know, it says 0 found, so it just not very promising. Static, there's normally a thing called static. Let's have a look in there, browse through these. There is signs. I know there's a lot of signs, but I can't recall that I've seen flags. So the easiest way to do this now, to find a flag, is just open the game quickly and just browse in game for a flag. So let's go there, and then hopefully we will find a flag pack, and then we can just drop them in here, boop, 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 in their spot, and then yeah, hopefully that will all be sorted out. Oh, sorry, I don't want to go in there. I want to go in here and then search flag. Flags of different brands. You see, that is so simple and easy. So let's open this up, grab it in and install that. Alright. It's all done. Oh, wonderful. There it is, 100%. Okay. So now I can quit. Now that we have the flags, we can open that mod and just bring the flags in. I don't know what's going on here now. My machine suddenly has got some freezing whatever going on here. What is it busy doing? Busy doing something in the background, guys. Sorry for that. Alright, so let's just see if we can now at least work. Is there stuff happening? So that's good. Let's go in here, into mods, and then find our new flag. Flags, 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 brand flags. Just open this up, extract it for us. I always work in unzipped stuff, so just open it up and unzip it. And then in here, what we'll do now is open the flags so we can extract it. The ones we want. I hope there's a Volvo I didn't actually see. So it was Volvo. Volvo. There's a Volvo flag. Nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is select the Volvo flag. I've got some frog in my throat suddenly. I don't know why. Everything's happening. There's cars this morning, guys at the gate, and all this when you try to do some recording. Alright, so let's just have a look. Advertising flag, visual, collision, Volvo, F. I suppose the XML throws the flag in, so it's going to be quite tricky doing it like this. But I was supposed to be able to see it. That's my thing. Volvo.dss. There it is. Okay, so it's just because it wasn't visible. For some reason it's invisible. Alright, so what we can do is grab it and export file, export selection with files, and now we're going to find our hall, which is the FS22 one. I'm going to create here just a new folder called Volvo and then just drop it in there. Flag, just put it like that. Then we're going to go save, and what we're going to say here, do you want the parent directory structure? No, we don't. Do you want to keep game relative paths? Yes, because we want that shader and everything to be stored in game, not in our mod or in our actual mod. Yes. Alright, so now we close up here, don't save anything, back into our actual thingamabob here. Oh, let's first, good tip guys, before you do anything, FS22 that we close, before you do anything, just now open that thing you've exported, because, okay, so there's the texture. Of course we want to have a look at and see if it first of all works and it's error free before you import it and just bring the errors along, you know, that can also lead to unwanted issues. Console again, bring this up. Alright, so all looks very good, no issues whatsoever. I'm just going to put this thing to be visible. Where is my visibility tab? There it is. Okay, save it as is and close up. Now we know the i3D works, and you'll also now note, if I now open this in the editor, you'll see everything is routed to the game, not to our folder, you know. Keep this, no. Okay, so there you go. Close this up. Alright, so we are happy chappies. So now we can go into our actual building, import it, and then go, just make sure we've got the right thing, flag. There you go. So add flag 2, I want to replace with the Volvos. I just want to see on the original where this flag sits so I can get an idea. Can I just replace the flag, or is it something that we need to put special attention to? So back into our FS19 hall, which will be desktop, what to do, hall, FS19 hall, open that up in 822 just to verify, so I can have both of them open, you know, to see where is those flags. Fane, add flag F, and it's probably on the outside. There it is. Okay, so it's a flagpole that sits sort of there, and then that little flag hangs on it. Alright, so let's just get this one, first one, going. So here we are. So it sits there. Cool bananas. I'm just thinking now, guys, this flagpole as well. So maybe we should have exported the whole flagpole rather. Yeah, and that's gonna be the thing, because the whole flagpole is not there. So sorry, guys. Alright, so we've seen what we want to see. The whole thing is the add flag. The font is just a directory. There's no textures involved there, but here we go. It starts there. So that's where we need to focus on. Sorry, so we've gone a little bit of a detour. Back here, that's our FS19 one. We won't need that again. Or let me just leave that open. Back into our flags. Test map flags. Why can't brand flags? There you go. Now I've opened it with A22. My word. It's always the issue when you double click so fast and you've jumped between versions. You don't think. You do first and then think. Oh my word. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do now, guys, this one has got all the flags in it, so I suppose the best will be just to delete everything except for the Volvo one, so we can just export the whole thing like this with its pole, because otherwise what we're going to end up with is having a flag with all the flags, test areas that we don't need, test areas I can delete, because I'm not going to place this with XML. It's just going to go physically in. So collision, we can leave the collision definitely for the pole. So brand flags. Alright, so there you are. Winter, yeah, leave that. Go file, export selection with files. And now we go back into our mod thingamabob and override that. Yes. Do you want parent? No. And we want to go yes for the relative paths. And now we can close up. Save changes. No. Placeables, back into our hall. And now we can go file, delete that one that we don't need. Import once again. And it will have everything in there. First thing that is good is to just go back and check. Remember, because we've deleted some stuff. So let me cancel that first. Just go back here to our mod, into Volvo, and then just open this once again in 906, just to verify, guys. It's always good to verify, because if you don't verify, you're going to cry later on and have issues and things, and then you're going to have the issues in your map, or in your mod rather. Okay, so I've got no errors, nothing. Save it, close it, back in here, and now we can import with peace of mind, brand flags. Alright, so Control B. I'm going to drop this here just to see, and then just go into our flag Volvo and just make it visible. Of course, for some reason this guy thought it's good to have it invisible, but I liked it to be visible so I can see what I'm doing. Good. Great. So now all I now do is drop this brand flag. I'm going to just drop it into the mod. Very important. Have it in the mod like there. And then go and select one of these add flags. Go edit and replace. Alright, so now it's got that one selected. Right, I'm going to replace by name. Okay, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instances that we want to replace. So select brand flags is that one. Going to replace it with this one, the brand flag. All right, and then everything else I'm going to leave as is, and I'm going to just say replace all, like so. 7 nodes, yes, and there it is. All right, so now all those old ones is gone. And I can delete this new one that I've put in, spot. And what I want to do just is do the rotations so they hang in the right directions. So now I can close that. Just so they sort of flag in the right spot, you know, because obviously you don't want stuff flagging in the wrong way. Yo, this thing is like one here, one there, all over the place. I don't know what how this guy put this mod together, my word. There's no sequence, it's just one here, one there, one there, one here, you know, it's like crazy. But anyway, there you go. Suppose that will be all right, guys. Now we've got all that sorted. Collapse all. Save it up, close it up, back in here, open up once again, 906, and then let's have a look if we've got shader errors still. There shouldn't be any shader errors now because we've replaced all of those with proper decent flags. Yeah, there we go. So we've gotten rid of our errors. That's the main important thing. Our errors is gone. Now this is like a drop in the bucket of what we need to do. Remember, these like triggers and doors and moving parts and animated objects and all kinds of stuff and lights and switches and all that stuff that needs to be done. So this is, like I say, it is far from being there, you know, where we want it to be. All right, so close it up. Before we close up, I just want to think now a second. We've got no errors. That's all good. So what we want to do now, I'm just going to save it as is because it's a nice view. What we want to do now is check this texturing. There was some things with the texturing. There's going to be a lot of files now that's obsolete, stuff that we've replaced. It's not going to be there anymore. I suppose the easiest way to get rid of those would be to drop it on Test Runner, and Test Runner will check the i3D and tell you which files is obsolete and which must delete and all that. So we'll do that last when we're done with the whole mod, you know, because otherwise if you start fiddling with that now, it's just going to drive you nuts, you know, because you're going to have to do it anyway at the end, you know, so that is something for later on. Okay, so back into our hall here. The XML itself, just want to quickly run through it. Placeable functions, lizard placeable shades, animated objects. To tell you the truth, this is actually set up quite nice. It doesn't have a mapping area here at the bottom, which is needed for FS22, but maybe it will work. I don't know. We'll have to test it. So I think first things first, let's do a what do you call it? A test of faith and see if we can actually get this thing to display in FS22. So I'm going to copy it now into my mods folder in there, like so. There it is. Brand flags. I'm going to cut that out and drop it in my my spare folder here. Just throw it in here for now. back into the mods, and then we should now have our placeable hall, which, just for interest's sake, make sure where this thing is located. It's under category sheds, so it will be by sheds. Alright, so let's have a check if we can see it in the game. If it pops up in the game, that will be very interesting. Very nice. Oh my word. Oh, we forgot to change the version number on the mod desk. That's something important, because it will obviously recognize it's a FS19 mod. So let's quickly first do that before we do anything else. So hall in here, mod desk. We're at version 79 at the moment, so just create 79 in there, save it, and now we can see if it pops up in. Something simple like that, guys. Throws you off, and your mod doesn't display, and you wonder why, but the desk version is old, you know. So easy fix if it is the problem, you know. So let's have a look, see if it is there. Now I suppose you can check here by installed. Where is it? That's DLC. This is installed. Alright. Do we have the hall in here? Yeah, there it is. The hall. So the mod desk at least works. It doesn't mean the triggers is going to work. So that's probably what we're going to struggle with. But let's do a test. I'm going to just boot up Elm Creek, deselect all, but do select the all, and also my stuffies that I need to test with, and let's have a look. If there's any errors popping up now, then we will quickly find out that we have problems in FS22 with our mod. Start, please confirm. No, I don't see any errors run by, guys. It's maybe a good thing just to scroll through again, because normally if your XML that loads your mod, that's just an FS22 thing, nothing to do with our mod. If there's anything, yeah, there's nothing. That is just warnings about our things that is unzipped. So let us purchase the hall and see where it is. Construction, this is hall, so it should be right at the end. Could not load item. You see, okay, so we definitely have a problem in our XML, not the mod desk, but the XML. Could not load the item. So there's in our store data probably something wrong. So what we need to do then is just fix the store data and see what's going on there. Quit. Right, so what we're going to have to do is sort this boy out. Now the easiest to do is grab one of the in-game. Sorry for that, guys. I don't know what's going on with my throat these days. Go into the in-game folders. Let's go in here to Farming Simulator 22, data, placeables. There's a lot of holes under the Rudolf Hoffman, so let's have a look here. Cargo hangar, there's one there, the cargo hangar. Garage hall, there was a hall somewhere. I suppose it's all the same. Garage contractor, garage big, cargo hangar big. I'm going to go for the cargo hangar big. It's the same thing, man, guys. So just open that XML, and then what we do is we grab this from there right down to store data. All right, and base. Control C, copy that, and then what I'm going to do now is on top, just below there, create a line in there like so, and then paste that there. So we have the thing that it should be, we have there, and what we have here is stuff we can just convert or put over. So the name, we're going to copy that, Control C, and then the name doesn't matter, guys. We're going to just overwrite that because this is just the 110 means it's something that's in game and it's registered under a store item. So whatever, you know. So we leave it there. Change the name. That's fine. And then the function, we're going to leave the function as is because obviously this one doesn't have. It has actually got function workshop, but I'm going to leave that function there. That's fine. Not going to be bothered with function. Image we're going to definitely do. Image store, Control C, image in there, overwrite the image. Price doesn't matter, daily upkeep, lifetime rotation. Brand, Rudolf Hoffman. The brand is Lizard, so we can use that. Control C, Control V. Species, placeable, that's right. Category, we can leave all those. The buffers, all this stuff you can actually remove if you have any of those. But mind you, it's a mod, so just leave it in there, it's fine. Right, the rest we can not worry about. Then we have the file name, which is there. Control C. Control V in there, right? And so up to file name we can delete. Placeable type, this is right on top, there it is. Okay, so we don't need that in there. All right, so from placeable type, there, from file name, right up to there we can now delete. Up to our little thingy kemabob there. Right, so there you go, guys. So now leave it as is and let's go try again in game. I did save. Very important to save, guys. you will not know how many times I've tried. Oh my word. Get in game. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And then I get back to the XML, then I forgot to save, you know, and then yeah, you have to do the whole process again. It's sometimes totally ridiculous. Good stuff. All right. Rear empty new former. Continue. Deselect. That one we want. This one we want. And the whole. Start. Right. So that's now our XML hopefully sorted. This, believe me, I know lights, triggers, all those things always gives problems. So let's just see. But miracles are bound to happen. You never know until you try. So that's what I always say. Give it a test. See what needs to be done and start fixing one thing at a time, guys. That's the only way to get through it. One thing at a time. We didn't see any errors. So once again, purchase in here, in there, right at the end we should have our whole loading item. Hey, and we have our whole. Oh wait, it is there. So I just want to find a nice clean open spot for it. It looks about as good as we gonna get. Not enough money. How much did this thing cost now? Was the price not 17,000? Oh my word, let me just put some more money in then. Alright, so let's try again. Purchase. I'm sure I saw 17,000, or was I maybe just mistaken, you know? Nothing's impossible, but let's have a look. The placement worked very well, so I didn't fiddle with any of the placements and stuff. So we can see our flags is nice and wavy in the wind because they're now FS22 ones. Our windows and all those shaders are working perfect, so you can see through them. Doors and stuff. My word, the doors are working. I can't believe it. That is a miracle. And there's some birds inside which can fly through the roof. Obviously, guys, the roof and that is not going to be working. So now I just want to see, where do you open this thing? There you go. My gosh, I am flabbergasted, guys. I've never ever done a mod where it is so easy and so simple, you know. That is totally ridiculous. So I suppose if one door works, the rest will work too. Okay, so that is done. Our lights, let's just check lights. Now I know lights does have problems in FS22, but my word, not in this case. There is some fluorescence or stuff hanging here. I don't know if that's heaters or what they are, but anyway, I am totally happy, guys. That is amazing, 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 amazing. I'll put on that lights. There's probably another switch for the outside lights. Now personally I don't understand these huge bars that you have to get past, but I suppose the owner of this hall is very serious about crashing into the brickwork or stuff like that, you know. Suppose that's for the outside lights, is it? Is there any errors popping up? Oh, there you go. Sounds. Alright, so we've got sound problems, which obviously there's a problem with. So, yeah, and we also have a lot of other things popping up. Yep, the lights has definitely got a problem with Illum, which is part of the FS19 stuff. So, we will definitely have to sort those. But apart from that, so we've got lights. We've got sounds, and we've got visibility. That stuff we can sort, no problem. I'll show you how to sort that. Errors, no issue. Placeable, supported anymore. Warning, placement size X and Z not supported anymore. Okay, so that's just our placement that now works with in FS22 it works with areas, so you have to set the placement areas, which we will do. We will gladly add those for them. Good. So there's quite a bit of work to do, guys, but I thought for the first episode we have really come far and got a lot sorted. As for now, I'm totally happy with where we are. All the textures look good. I don't see any texture problems, although we can just have a look at the roof. I just want to put my flight on so I can just get up here. The roof looks good. Yeah, everything looks fine. The placement went well. You can see it didn't do clearing, and there needs to be clear areas as well. A clear area and placement areas is important for FS22. That's why I didn't clear the bushes and stuff. So yeah, we're going to sort that out. You can even see the old crop is still there at the bottom. Nothing has been removed for the mod, you know. So yeah, and in front here you can also see that. So in the next episode, guys, we will tackle those and sort all that other stuff out. And like I say, one thing at a time. Don't try and be overwhelmed by 20 errors like we have. So one error at a time. Grab it, sort it, test it, grab it, sort it, test it until you're done. And that's how you convert it, you know. Great, man. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope it's been helpful, insightful. It's been really a pleasure. Been lots of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Do remember to like and subscribe. And if you do like my content, please consider supporting on Patreon. I do appreciate that very much, guys. It keeps me going, helps me fulfill my farming simulator dreams, you know. Good stuff, man. Okay, take care, guys. Catch you on the next one. Cheers, man.